All right, welcome everybody to our February online call. We're calling this month Makeover Your Family. Hello to those of you who are catching the recording. For those of you who are on live with us, thank you for being here. So in the next 30 minutes together, we're going to cover as many as possible easy tips for all the people in your family. So we're going to go from pregnancy to babies to kids and teenagers to adulting and grandparents and elderly and even pets. So we're covering a lot of great things. I would highly encourage you to have either pen and paper or something that you can take notes on as we share these things, okay? Does that sound good? And actually, Miss Kelsey is going to kick it off for us, so I'm going to hand it right over to her.
Okay, perfect. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Good. Okay. All right. So I am going to talk about a few oils that can support your body in pregnancy. I tried to pick, goodness, I think under 5, but it was really hard for me. But the oil that I'm going to start with is frankincense. So I am 30, I think, weeks pregnant right now. So frankincense has been an oil that I've been using a lot since the beginning, just because, as we know, it's really great for cellular support. So it's great for the health of like my cells in my body, but also for baby as baby is growing. And then it's also really great for your skin. So this has been one that I've been applying to my abdomen daily to kind of support my skin as it stretches and grows. And like I said, just will give mine and baby's body continued cellular support. And I have actually been combining frankincense with the next oil I'll talk about, which is copaiba. And I've been applying both of those on my abdomen. So copaiba is really great for inflammation, for soothing, like pain and tension. Also really great for your emotions. So a lot of support there for pregnancy. Um, I've been taking a drop of copaiba daily with frankincense to support my body with inflammation, just as things are like stretching and, you're sleeping differently when you're pregnant. So there's a lot of tension and muscle strain in your body. And so it's just helping with some of that pain management and soothing. But then it also is supportive for emotions and just like tension as far as anxiety and things like that go. So it's been a great one for me to diffuse or just apply before bed to kind of help myself calm down. And then this is also a really great one that I've been using for headache pain caused by like hormone changes and again, some of those sleeping changes, like my neck is crunched while I'm sleeping. So I'll put a drop of the copaiba on my thumb and press it to the roof of my mouth for like 20-30 seconds. And you can do that with frankincense as well. So both of those are great for helping with some of that head tension. And then I just have 2 more. The next one I'm going to talk about is balance. So balance is one of my favorite oils for emotional support. And so that's really, really great during pregnancy because there are lots of changes going on and obviously like hormone changes, but then also things are changing with your body, family dynamics, and things like that. So balance is really great to be able to support your body emotionally in all of those different ways. So this is one that I'll diffuse pretty much nightly and also apply to pulse points nightly, like my wrists, over my heart, elbow creases and things like that, just to, again, kind of help balance my body, bring down your body from stress throughout the day and just stress preparing for baby and things like that. And let's see, this is also one that I'll bring with me, balances like throughout the day. And if I'm having a hard day or just things are challenging more than normal, I'll apply a drop to my hands and rub them on the back of my neck. And so then I have that scent of balance throughout the day as well. And then the fourth, the last oil that I'll mention is Digestin. So Digestin was, that's our oil for digestive health, and that was probably one of my like most used oils at the beginning of pregnancy, just with that like nausea, morning sickness, and all of those digestive issues that a lot of people experience. So you can inhale it straight from the bottle or just rub a drop or 2 on your abdomen. And then I also have been newly learning that it's great in the third trimester as well. So when you start to re-experience some of those digestive issues like indigestion, feeling full quicker, digestive discomfort, anything like that, this is a great one that I apply to my abdomen nightly, but then also I carry with me throughout the day so that if I'm experiencing some of those extra issues, I can apply it straight to my abdomen. And if I'm experiencing any of that early in the morning too, I will take a drop of my Digestin in a veggie cap, just one drop internally, to help soothe my digestive system and support it too. And those are the 4 oils that I wanted to touch on for supporting your body in pregnancy.
Thanks, Kelsey. It's perfect to hear from firsthand experience. So thank you for that. Okay, so now we're going to talk a little bit about babies. So oils for babies, this does not have to be complicated. The keys that you're going to want to remember to dilute. You can either you make your own rollers if that's convenient for you. You can get doTERRA's touch rollers are perfect. Even the kids line is great. The biggest thing here that I would say is that you're mostly going to be using oils reactively in like maybe that 0 to 1 year stretch, not as often preventatively, except maybe for a few exceptions, probably specifically being immune support this time of year, or if there's something specific going on, okay? So the must-haves that you want to, must-haves would be fractionated coconut oil for diluting, roller bottles, especially if you want to be making your own rollers. It's so easy to do, makes your life so much easier. And honestly, a diffuser, and you're probably going to only be using 1 to 2 drops of essential oil, but I'm telling you, it's so great to have that in their room for naps, for bedtime, and all of that. So I thought of some common things that little babies sometimes deal with. So what about like an upset baby or helping them sleep better? So your go-tos out of your top 10 oils: frankincense and lavender. You could use them separately, together, a drop in the diffuser. Put them on yourself and hold your baby. Put them on your hands, over their face, just like, like so they can smell that scent, okay? Other oils, if you have a little bit more of a collection, peace, serenity, balance, even calmer is really great, okay? So there are lots of options you have for that. The second thing when I think of little ones would be immune support. This would be maybe my one exception if you feel like you are out and about a lot with baby, or maybe they're being cared for outside of the home where they could have be exposed to a lot of different things, that I think it's totally appropriate to be using immune support oils preventatively in small amounts, okay? So On Guard Touch is a great one to be using. I also love the Stronger from the kids line is great. Other oils you could use that probably all of you have in your house: Melaleuca tea tree oil and frankincense, okay? So those are great ones. What about digestive support? So I would say use this reactively as you need it, unless you feel like your little one is having a specific digestive issue. So maybe they're having a lot of spit up, or maybe you've introduced solids and they're having a hard time. And my go-tos would be Digest Zen Touch, a little bit on the navel, bottoms of feet, and also the new Tamer blend. We've liked using that too. So that's really easy. Keep it on your changing table and you'll remember to use it. That's how I remember to use things regularly. And side note, if you ever have any kind of an issue on their little bottom of things not like an upset rash, doTERRA's diaper cream is hands down the best, like the best. It's amazing, okay? The next issue that I think most little ones you have to deal with is teething, okay? So from your top 10 oils, frankincense and lavender on the jawline are gonna be really, really great. I also really recommend clove and copaiba diluted on the gums. I actually saw a mom today, and I totally would do this. I hadn't thought of it. She had her little one, she would have been over a year just from the way that how old she looked. She just had her open up and put the drop right of copaiba right underneath her tongue. Copaiba is very mild, and the little girl was like happy as could be, didn't think anything of it, and was very soothed by that, okay? The one other roller that you might have, especially from the kids line, would be Calmer. So you could definitely use that in this circumstance, okay? And the last health thing for a little one that I wanted to touch on was congestion. especially because it's winter. So I do like the Breathe Touch. Typically it doesn't even, I might do a drop of Breathe in the diffuser or the Breathe Touch on my hand, like on the sleeper, like right here. So that is a great way to open up airways. And if you want to move completely away from the minty oils, like, you know, like I don't want to rubbing it and rubbing your eye, you can use cardamom and lavender. Those are very great oils for the airways that aren't minty at all. Okay. So keep it simple. You can do a lot with just a few things, and it doesn't have to be complicated, but those are my tips for the little ones, okay? And then I'm passing it over to Sonia, who's gonna talk about kids, and Finley.
Hello. Okay. So, well, you took a few of mine, so we don't plan this very well, but we'll try it. Okay, so a couple things. First off, I think it's important that we start off with gut health in kids. And so a good start would be like the PB Assist. These are like pixie sticks, okay? They're like strawberry melon flavored. They do taste really good. Okay, like one of these a day. Or you could throw them in a smoothie. If they really don't like them, just throw them in a smoothie or juice or something. The Terrazyme, like the adults Terrazyme, I just learned this at the Symphony of the Cells class we were at a couple of weeks ago, but it's actually really, even though it helps your gut, it's very great for like the neurological system. And so kids obviously can't swallow that adult capsule, but you can totally open it up and it doesn't taste like anything. Like I'm sneaking it into smoothies, okay? The vitamins, A to Z vitamins, really great, watermelon. And then the IQ Mega, so they get their omegas. Okay, so that's like the foundation of health for your kiddos. And then we were gonna talk about, she wants to talk about her favorite roller really quick.
Tamer. I go on your tummy.
Okay, don't put it in front of your mouth. Say it again.
I go in front of your tummy.
Roll it around your tummy. Yep, and what's it help you do? When you have a tummy ache? When do you use it?
When you have a tummy ache.
Yes. So we love Tamer. Okay, it's all about balancing the little kiddos' systems, whether they can't go to the bathroom or stay out of the bathroom. It's great for all those things. Another favorite we use daily is Stronger, and it's the protective blend. Super nice. It has frankincense and rose in it for the kids. And there is the whole kids line, but I'm not going to talk about them all tonight, but they do cover everything from the mind, the body, and the heart for the kiddos, okay? We had, lice prevention spray. I know I've talked about this before. 5 drops tea tree, 5 drops eucalyptus, 5 rosemary, 5 lavender. Prevent the lice. Bath time. We love to put oils into the bath. And so we sometimes do salt, but I also will do milk. So maybe like a couple tablespoons of milk, any kind of milk, and throw your oils in there just so it emulsifies a little bit better for the bath and they're not floating on top and getting on the kid's skin so much. I have a dilution guide that I'm going to share with you as far as making rollers, and I can put that in the comments after this recording is posted. We also love massages. So whether it's just, 1 or 2 oils, or if it's doing the whole aroma touch technique, or even just the basic Symphony of the Cells with the 4 oils are really great for preventative, or if they need that extra support during certain times. That about wraps it up. Other than diffuser blend, right now my favorite is lavender, Roman chamomile, and frankincense in the diffuser.
Thanks, Son. That was perfect. I loved it all. Wendy, you're up next.
Hey guys, I'm gonna be just like my teenagers, okay? So it's gonna be short and sweet and straight to the point because that's how my teenagers are. So I hope you have your pens and pencils ready because we're gonna fly through this. The most obvious things about teenagers and oils is do not force them to use things that they don't want to use because it's not worth the hassle. It just isn't. So for a long time when my kids were younger, they loved the oils. Then they became teenagers. Thanks, AIM. Don't tell me what to do. Total teenage response. So then when they got to teenagers, they were like, I'm not going to use them, not going to use them. And then they get a headache. Mom, what can I do for a headache? What can I use? Past tense. Get it out, put it on them. They will use it because it works. Mom, my tummy hurts. I had too many cheeseburgers. What do I use? Digestin. Use it. That's it. So digestin they put on their stomach, and they don't like to take it internally, so they will rub it right on their stomach. But the digest tabs they will eat because they're chewables, which is also helpful for teenagers because they'll eat anything. So chewing peppermint, that works really well. The other big thing for teenagers is zits. Okay, let's just put it out there. Acne, nasty stuff going on their face or other places, we'll just let that go. And so they're always like, Mom, what are we gonna do? How can I get rid of it? Tea tree, Melaleuca. This is what you do. Open the top, just dab your finger on it and dab straight on there. It works beautifully. So what tea tree does when you put it on acne is it kind of, when it soaks in, it takes out the redness. So it doesn't mean that they're gonna wake up and their pimple is gonna be gone, but it's not as red, it's not as noticeable. And we have one of these bottles in every bathroom of our house. Okay, next, the peppermint soft gels. They're, like I said before, teenage kids are like Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, Chipotle, okay? Does anybody else have teenagers? Because that's where they want to eat all the time, which means that they often have lower intestinal issues because of things that they're eating. So the peppermint soft gels, these are the bomb. They're really easy to swallow. My kids will take them, and it really works quickly. For those of you that don't have these, what makes these different than digestin or just taking some peppermint internally is that it has this coating on it that goes through the stomach and straight down into the intestines, and that's where it dissolves in the intestines. And so that's where usually all of, okay, I'll be good. I don't even know how to say that.
You don't have to be compliant.
Well, I was trying to just not be gross, okay? Teenagers fart, and it's nasty, and this stuff is what you need. Okay, last thing, real quick, deep blue rub, absolute necessity. My almost 18-year-old goes to the gym every day and comes home with some different body part that's sore. He knows to go for the deep blue. He tries really hard every day to get mom to rub it for him. Occasionally, yes, not so often do I do that anymore. He's a big boy. So those are the main oil things and supplements that you can use for teenagers. One last thing I just realized I forgot to tell you, a spray bottle. This is super important with teenagers. For those of you who are pregnant and just having kids and you're all excited about baby life, yeah, teenagers stink. Okay, straight up, they stink. So this is, I have this in a couple different places in my house. It is, it's filled with water and 10 drops of Purify and 10 drops of lavender. This goes right inside their shoes. And we're talking work shoes and school shoes, their workout shoes, like gym shoes. They change their sheets once a month, maybe. So this is really helpful on that. All sorts of things. They stink. Use the oils. It's the best way to get rid of the smell. So I will put a few of those things in the chat if you forgot all the things that I said really super quick. But I love my teenagers. I have 4 of them, and they will use the oils.
That was amazing. Thank you, Wendy. Okay, so Sarah, you're going to talk about pets now.
Okay. Hey guys, sorry. It was my first day at my new job. I'm like in my pajamas and my apron because we had a late dinner. So just bear with me tonight. Yes, pets. We call our house the funny farm. I totally have bizarre animals and rituals and routines and things happen at my house that I swear don't happen anywhere else. So, couple of things. Everybody always frets and worries, oh my God, are essential oils safe to use with my animals? I say yes, but I always Google. Like, still, if I have stuff going on, I go to Google first, look up some of my favorite resources. Let's start with diffusing. Diffusing, I think, is absolutely safe. Couple of guidelines. You want to keep your drops minimal, like maybe 4 drops in your diffuser. You want your animals to be able to come and go freely from the room. You don't want them like closed in a small space. With the diffuser, my cats will actually hang their heads right over the mist that's coming out of the diffuser. So there's some stuff that they truly really like, and I don't worry about it because if they've had enough, they can get up and go away from it. A couple of testimonials I have. My dog, I have a black lab. She's anywhere between like 45 and 60 pounds. It goes back and forth. Had super high elevated liver enzymes a couple years ago. She was hospitalized. They couldn't figure it out. We were on antibiotics. We were on supplements, all sorts of stuff. I started giving her frankincense internally, 2 drops, once or twice a day in kefir. It's the only way she'll take it because she's not fond of the smell. When I pull out the roller ball, she hightails in the other direction, but I knew she needed it. So she would take it in kefir, and I gave her 1 Zendecrine soft gel every other day along with the supplement that the vet gave me. We got her liver enzymes within normal range in less than 2 weeks after we had been hospitalized and battling it for longer than that at the vet's office. So I can't say enough about that. I've used Digestin on my cats. Cats get hairballs. They get kind of bound up. They get sick where they're throwing up. Highly diluted. I just put a little bit on their bellies the best you can. They're not fond of being touched. My cats are kind of jerks, but it's worked. Also for myself, my family, and the dog, we make our own bug spray. I use a blend of the TerraShield, and to that I also add cedarwood. Hang on, let me find my notes. Lavender, cassia, rosemary, clove, basil. So those are all things that I add, and I use on a spray that I use on the dog as well as I use on my family. Some people like to soak the pet, their collars or like a kerchief that they tie on. You can do things like that as well. I had a feral barn cat that we had suspected ear mites. I could not catch her and bring her to the vet. We were just building trust, but I used lavender and geranium and coconut oil to treat her ears till things look nice and normal again, because catching her, stuffing her in a carrier and bringing her to the vet was completely out of the question. Melaleuca is controversial with pets. If it freaks you out, don't use it. Plain and simple, don't use it. Geranium is a really good substitute you can use if you see things like that. You see recommendations with Melaleuca. Now, Dr. Janet Rourke, who's an awesome resource, she will use Melaleuca. She's obviously had a lot more experience than you or I have. So I would trust her. If you're not sure, don't do it. Nobody's forcing you to do that. Other things that we have done with our dog in particular, deep blue polyphenol and copaiba. Those are great things, great resources to use. Obviously, you're going to want to pay attention to your pet's weight. You're not going to want to give, the same dosing to a Chihuahua as you do a Great Pyrenees. So those are things where Google and some of the other resources are super helpful. But absolutely, you can use your oils with your pets, cats and dogs mostly. That's what I'm familiar with. Lori Langfit is a really good resource if you have horses or farm animals. But there's lots and lots of options out there. So don't be afraid to use your oils with your pets.
Thank you, Sarah. She knows everything, guys, everything about pets. I'm like, it's amazing. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. Lindsay, why don't you take it away with adulting? Adulting, great. So I'm in that phase that I lovingly refer to as ain't nobody got time for that, or everything needs double duty, or it's got to be easy or else it's not going to happen. That phase, if you guys can relate at all. So I'm not going to talk about any specific products or oils. I'm going to talk about all my hacks and how I get through the day while I'm adulting and parenting. So hack number 1, I just find cute little bottles and I make room sprays. So I find something that makes me smile, makes the little humans in my house more appreciative, and I do drive-by sprays, so that'll work. I put different oils in my soap so that people can smell as clean as I know that they are. Wendy can relate to that with teenagers. I do some of my favorite blends. I will put like maybe calming blends or uplifting blends I will put in my cleaning products so that while I'm muttering under my breath and cleaning, then maybe my attitude can change. I will put some different oils in my hand sanitizer so that, again, just kind of attitude. Can you sense a theme? I need to kind of change my thoughts throughout the day at this point. So I do have a car diffuser. This is what I have in my car, but I bought extras. But this is the doTERRA car diffuser. So it plugs into the USB port and it fits really nicely in my little cup holder. But then I just use one of doTERRA's little FCO bottles, and I made a blend so I don't have to sit there in my car and try to not spill oil. So that way I can just take the dropper out and drop it right into the diffuser. And I have like 3 or 4 different ones so I can kind of play with what I'm in the mood for the day. Then you can sense like a blue theme maybe, but I also like really pretty bottles. So sometimes just getting out like my own perfume blend, and usually I will pick oils out of my emotions book and look through, you know, maybe I just need to feel a little more appreciated or grateful or something for the day, and I will put oils in there. And then this will fit really nicely into a purse or again in the car, and I can use that as needed. I don't like laundry, so this is kind of my way to enjoy laundry time. I will put some of my favorite smells, usually tangerine. I love the citrus smells for the laundry. So double duty again, it will make me do the laundry, but it will have a nice smell, and I'm not grumpy when I'm doing it. So just adding a couple oils to that. And then my last 2 tips are just putting some uplifting oils into your water. Can really change your mood. And my last one is I found this, let me see if it says, at Your Oil Tools, and I've loved this. So I work in an office now that I just started recently, and it has pictures, so people who are more drawn to things that way, they can say, I want a blend that's good for the office, and it gives you recipes based on things that are happening in the day. So this one says like different recipes for staying on task, or different recipes for getting quiet, or dreaming and goal setting. So it has different recipes that way. And so we pass this around in the office, and every day, I always get Mondays, I get to pick the diffuser blend for Mondays, and then we each have a day of the week. So we all feel like we get to contribute that way. So that's my adulting. And now we're going to go to my mom, Laura Whipperman, for grandparenting.
Hey, Fierce Oilers. Just pray for my daughter, okay? Because she's having all the feels, apparently, as an adult. And Wendy, I agree with you that teenagers stink, but I have kids who are in their 30s and they stink too. What are we going to do about that? Except for Lindsay, because she's perfect. She doesn't smell. But anyway, if you are of a certain age, show me your hands, because we're going to talk about grandparenting. And I know that that relates to some of you. So we want to be healthy. We want to be active grandparents so that we can be an encouragement to our kids and be healthy enough to have the energy to spend quality time with our grandkids. And so the first one up is LLV, folks. Like Sonia said, gut health is so important, and 70% of our health is in our gut. So if you don't have better sleep, less pain, and greater mental clarity, which who doesn't need that at my age, and also a solid nutritional base, doTERRA offers a 30-day money-back guarantee. So try it for 30 days and see how different you feel after 30 days. I need this. The next one is, I don't have the bottle. I'm out of it right now. The bone nutrient. That has a proprietary blend of the highest bone nutrients, and they're all bioavailable, which means they're in a form that your body can use readily. And it's 100% of the daily recommended daily amounts of calcium, magnesium, zinc, copper, manganese, and boron. And these nutrients, we need them at this age for bone health and bone strength. And commonly in our diets, we're not getting the proper amounts of those nutrients. The next one I want to talk about is phytoestrogen, and that's an essential complex. It gives us the phytoestrogens that help balance and support our hormone levels, and we can manage our estrogen metabolism with this. It gives us support for that, and it can be used in a complement. So if we're eating right, we're exercising, it can be complementary to all of those things that we're doing to keep us healthy. It helps us through menopause. So people that are premenopausal, perimenopausal, and postmenopausal will be the right people to use phytoestrogen. Not only supports healthy bones, but a healthy heart, breast tissue, and other body structures and functions as we age. The next one, deep blue polyphenols. At a certain age, you might have some aches and pains. And so I use these twice a day, take one in the morning and one in the afternoon. And it has frankincense, turmeric, green tea, ginger, pomegranate, and grapeseed. And it is designed to give some support to aching muscles and to other occasional discomforts like some arthritis pain perhaps. So you can use it as needed, or you can just take it every day like I do, just to support my body through the daily aches and pains that I have upon waking up. You can use this along with the deep blue rub. It's a great combination, or the oil blend. Also, if you are getting your LLV, you can add this product for $20, so that's a great savings. The next one I have for you is Mito 2 Max, because as grandparents, we need energy, right? And the Mito 2 Max is the energy and stamina complex. It's got plant extracts and metabolic cofactors that support healthy cellular energy. So it works right in the mitochondria of your cells and gives you greater aerobic capacity. And it's a very healthy long-term alternative to drinking caffeinated beverages or caffeinated supplements for increased energy. This is much safer and healthier. And then just a few oils that I'll mention. One is frankincense. It's a great antioxidant, which really kind of means anti-aging, right? Mood elevating. It's great for arthritis and for cellular support. Serenity and or lavender for sleep, because we need our sleep at this age. Sleep is like really delicious after your kids have left the house and you have some of your own time back. You just grow to really enjoy your sleep if you're like me. The emotional oils like Motivate, Passion, and Cheer, you can diffuse those or rub them on your pulse points, and they'll invigorate you and keep your spirits high as you navigate through all of your daily activities and take care of the grands. On Guard for immune support. Must stay healthy at this age, especially when grandkids can just pass on all of those lovely germs when they come to visit. And the last one will be copaiba for pain and inflammation. It's great to use in conjunction with frankincense, as a couple of other people have said. Way to be this age, everybody.
Thanks, Laura Whip. That was awesome. I love those tips. Melissa, take it away.
Hey guys, well, I think it's kind of funny. Guess who ended up talking about the elderly? So I'm going to make this really simple. When we talk about using oils on infants, we talk about sensitive skin. We talk about using oils more diluted. We talk about diffusing, but maybe just one drop of oil in the diffuser. And I'm going to say, think about that for the elderly. Let's just like launch forward through the whole spectrum to that. It's not as sexy and fun as talking about the pets or talking about Wendy's smelly feeded kids, but it is true. Changes do occur as we age, affecting our body, our emotions, our mind. And so by using our oils, we can give people comfort physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So the main way that I would use oils for the elderly are aromatically and topically. Of course, if this is an adult, an elderly person who's been using essential oils internally for a long time, keep going, right? But if you're trying to suddenly find yourself taking care, maybe a parent moves in, start gently, be gentle with them. So I would say use your diffuser, keep it, like maybe a little further away, a few, little less than what you would do. Let's not assault them. And then topically, oils that are maybe like a hand massage, right? Or rubbing someone's back. I know when my mom was dying, I used frankincense and I gave her a real gentle back rub, and she just loved that. It meant so much to her. So gentle touch, gentle oils. One of the things I want to shout out is the On Guard hand sand, because like littles, when our grandchildren come into our home, it's easier sometimes to spray their hands with this, killing 99.9% of germs, than it is to chase them into the bathroom. And I'm saying with elderly people, sometimes they have limited mobility. Sometimes it's hard to get to the bathroom. Sometimes even after using the bathroom, they need help. So I think this is key. I would keep these all over your house. When you go and visit an older person, do them a favor and help them spray their hands, because germs run rampant sometimes in facilities, group homes, senior care, senior living. So you want to do that. So I would recommend On Guard in the diffuser. I'm just going to like rattle through what comes to my mind. Deep Blue, right? For sore joints, arthritic joints, you can just see sometimes their hands are hurting. Dilute a drop of Deep Blue and give them a little massage. Other oils that are like less run-of-the-mill that you would think of for arthritis or inflammation would be like rosemary, Roman chamomile, marjoram. Marjoram comes up over and over for older people because it's anti-inflammatory, it's analgesic, helps lower blood pressure, and it's not super in your face. For digestion, super important. Do you know that elderly people don't drink as much water because they don't want to have to get up and go to the bathroom? It's a real thing. So they have a harder time digesting. So maybe after you help them wash their hands, maybe give them a little glass of water with a little lemon in it, and help them with some oils for digestion. Circulation is poor, cold hands, cold feet, peppermint, black pepper, cypress diluted would be great for that. The sleeping, serenity, lavender, cedarwood, but some really find lavender to be soothing and great for sleep. I'm sorry, wild orange, like the opposite end of this spectrum. People, you have decreased brain function, so maybe rosemary, peppermint, basil. Somebody else mentioned basil. Lemon in the diffuser all around is great for odors, great for memory, digestion. It's the bomb. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about, kind of what anxiousness, wild orange, lemon, grapefruit, those citrus oils are great. Bergamot, lavender, neroli, and the old time favorites are breathe and eucalyptus for breathing. And just be gentle, love them with your presence and your oils, and be gentle.
Thanks, Mom. Wasn't that like a sobering look at like life through the years? Like we've got babies with rashes on their butt and then smelly teenagers, and then we went all
That's
the
such
way.
a downer. I'm talking about the old people.
We
Don't even
don't want to use the
start.
bathroom anymore. So anyway, that was amazing. Thank you to everybody who shared. If you have questions, put them in the chat box. I'm not going to take a minute here because we had so much good information tonight. I want to keep moving a little bit. So let's head into raffles. Okay, so before I do that, I want to give you a couple quick things. So thank you for being on this. Do you guys see that we're all about education and fun? Like that's what we like to be able to do. And we like to be able for you guys to learn more about oils, ask your questions. We do not want somebody to have a doTERRA oil and not know what to do with it. Okay, so we do this once a month for 30 minutes and we love it. Our next call is, mark your calendars, Monday, March 16th at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm putting the registration link in the chat box right now. You can copy and paste it and text it to yourself, okay? It's back to basics. It's always more fun than it sounds. That's the rule, guys. Always more fun. Don't be fooled by our titles. If you are on this call and you are not a part of our doTERRA family, we've got something special for you because the best place to start your oil journey is with a really amazing experience so you can see that oils really do work. So you can reach out to whoever invited you to be a part of this call and you can get a free sample, okay? All right, so here are our giveaway winners. I'm gonna make the screen so I can see all the names on here, but I'm gonna trust that people are. Okay, so Emily Broadfoot, you won. This is the Snooze Sleep Blend. This is one of my favorite sleep rollers, okay? So that's going to you. Sandy Anderson, you won the Stronger. That'll be fun for all those for your sweet grandsons. Kristen Gears, Clary Calm, okay, a favorite in our house. Heidi Raditz, you won Past Tense. And then Natasha McCullers, you won Happy Ears, favorite for ear discomfort, okay? All right, so those are our giveaway winners. Do not forget to grab the link to register for next month in the chat box, okay? We'll see you guys next month. Thank you again for being on. Have a great night.